Salutations, everybody. It is Matty here today. Happy Friday, and what better way to start off a fantastic weekend than talk some Dragon Age 4. So we were all looking for it at EA Play, but last time we talked BioWare, we knew that they said, hey, we ain't gonna be there, all right? We're working on these RPGs, and we want to make them good, so sit down, relax. We won't be at EA Play. For me, that killed any reason I wanted to watch the show because I was thinking to myself, hey, Dead Space Remake, then we got Dragon Age in the mix. This could be a good show, and while it wasn't bad, that was one of my driving reasons to sit down and watch it, so I skipped out on it, just watching the trailers afterwards and seeing if anything caught my interest. But now, the question is, how long do we have to wait until we see more on Dragon Age 4, and how much time is BioWare truly taking? Well, the good news is, while some may find it disappointing, they're taking a while. Multiple years. Excellent. Yes, one of the rare times that I just want to sit here and wait. Take your time. Sit back. I'm going to get comfortable for this one, and you should too, because this will be a great video. So if you're new here and you're into BioWare, you're into Dragon Age, and you want to talk about anytime they take a crap, I mean, that's what we're doing here, right? We cover everything BioWare. So be sure to subscribe. Consider hitting the bell if you want to have me bother you on your phone or whatever mobile device you have. I'm sure I'll be there letting you know my videos are live each and every day. And with that, let's go to where the story began, which is VentureBeat.com with Jeff Grubb, who reports this. What does that actually mean for Dragon Age 4? This is in response to the tweet that we just talked about. Well, not a whole lot. Sources familiar with the fantasy role-playing adventure game confirm it is on track for a release in 2023. When I reached out to EA about the release date, a spokesperson said the company hasn't announced the date and has no plans to share it yet. Holding back during this EA Play is just about enabling the publisher to get the game into position to begin marketing it in earnest. That will likely start in 2022. And what should we expect from the game itself? Well, don't worry about EA trying to bring the connected online live service model to Dragon Age. BioWare is building the next Dragon Age as a single-player narrative adventure, just like the previous entries in the series. Of course, that doesn't mean the games wouldn't have any online multiplayer. That was one of the major features of Dragon Age Inquisition. And may I add, one of the major features I often forget about, because I, as a big Mass Effect 3 multiplayer fan, hopped into Dragon Age Inquisition multiplayer once and said, I've seen enough. I'm out of here. This wouldn't surprise me if they did try to do some type of multiplayer component, just because with Dragon Age 4 starting out as a live service game, I'm sure there are online elements there that they don't want to scrap outright. They want to reuse those assets maybe for something else. But for me, just fingers crossed, all right? Pure, traditional, single-player goodness, high replayability. Give me that, BioWare. We will be in business. More important to the conversation, 2023 seems to be the year for Dragon Age 4. And I know some of you out there might go, man, kind of wish it was like next year. And I think it's good that they're holding off, right? I had a feeling, while I wanted to see an update, if they showed another trailer at EA Play, it would have been a stupid prototype one. Show me the game when it's ready. Not only that, though, we've seen BioWare crunch endlessly. We've seen them drop the ball on 2 out of the 3 last projects, those games, of course, being the very well-known Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda. Meanwhile, they had a nice win here with Legendary Edition, which I think was an intangible that was extremely strong for this company. They needed that momentum, that excitement, that celebration, that BioWare is doing something right. I think it's more important than people realize, even if it is just a remaster/remake package. Now we tap into Dragon Age 4 coming in 2023. That would put us at Dragon Age Inquisition coming in 2014, and almost a decade later, you get Dragon Age 4. It's a long wait. Dragon Age fans, I'm sorry. But this also means that Mass Effect is probably like in the Elder Scrolls 6 category of 2026, 2027, many years off. But I would rather it be this way, right? BioWare's back was up against the wall. They were messing up left and right. A lot of it was EA, but a lot of it was also BioWare mismanaging itself into corners and being forced to make both Andromeda and Anthem within 18-month windows. Very short periods of time. And in that perspective, something like Andromeda is actually kind of impressive. Anthem speaks for itself. But I don't want to have that kind of BioWare who, got scrappy and still put together an all-right game against all odds. I want an amazing BioWare game. And I think the way we get that is give them money, give them time. Let them figure it out. I feel like although this game has been reported to be made on Frostbite, foolishly, I'm feeling 10% more optimistic. Why is that? They've tripped up so many times. You got to know where you're going to get caught in this engine. There has to be something there that they have learned over the last 2 projects that have been screwed over by this engine. At least that's what I'm hoping for. That is my only real concern with the game lingering after the release window. If they said, hey, it's coming 2022, I'd be like, get ready. We're going to get another Avengers-style game where it feels like it's single player, but it also feels like it's live service. Everything feels slapped together. The more time this game is spent in development, the more time it has to peel itself away from the elements of old. The more time it has to be the true traditional single-player BioWare game that we are all looking for. But it also showcases an understanding from both parties that, hey, we have screwed up, right? I didn't really get that with Anthem. You mess up Andromeda with one of the most popular role-playing series ever, and your response is, let's go make a live service game. To me, that screamed far gone. I remember when they revealed Anthem, I made a video right away saying, like, I have zero confidence in this. Here's why. I remember it got dislike bombs. People were like, you're crazy. We all know what happened. So now seeing BioWare do the remaster package, something people have asked for a while, and then say, hey, we're going to take our time. We're going to really wait to get Dragon Age 4 out and get it right. I think it's because they know this is a game they got to nail. It's got to at least be very good, in my opinion. I don't think they can just have a good game, because some would argue that the likes of Andromeda was a good game. It's very fun to play. On its writing and its storytelling, I think it's not good at all compared to other BioWare games, but some could make that argument. I think this needs to be a definitively very good video game that you can look at and say, BioWare still got it, right? Just like where Bethesda Game Studios is at with Starfield. Look, yeah, 76 has gotten back on track. It's actually a pretty decent game now. That doesn't matter, though, because when you start to look at their single-player RPGs, they were tapering off for a little bit. Starfield is that prove it, we still got it moment. So 2 of my favorite developers are in the same position. It's going to be interesting to see the trajectory afterwards, but I just am very much relieved to hear they're taking their time with it. This also means that likely the trailer prediction I made for the Game Awards in 2021 won't come true. That's all right with me at the end of the day, because it pours back into the same argument I've been making this whole time, which is I want them to just wait it out and give us the game when it's ready. What's interesting is that EA refused to comment on this release window that had been leaked to Jeff Grubb, yet in a way they've already spoken on this. So I was reading other stories reporting on the report of Jeff Grubb, and Video Game Chronicle actually pointed out something interesting that had flown under my radar, and now we're just picking it up here, which is that EA had actually said don't expect the next Dragon Age game before its fiscal year 2023, which begins April 1st, 2022. So they were already saying, hey, probably mid to late 2022, the soonest. So with that in mind, I wonder how far off this truly is, because this was reported in 2019. You account for COVID. There's a chance that this could be a fall 2023 game. This does give them time to market it, though, which if they began in 2022, maybe at E3 with their EA Play, perhaps at that point in time, it would be coming a little bit sooner. I don't know if BioWare is that locked in fall title like they used to be when they were releasing games like Dragon Age Inquisition, which sold really well and reviewed very well, despite some of my gripes with it. But I found it interesting that EA wouldn't comment on this despite actually putting an official comment out there in a strange way. But this is the best type of report you can ask for, because it's something I've said before with my inside reportings is if you can, like I said with Aspire, and I looked at their job listings, corroborate your reports that you've heard from people working within the studio with public information, like Jeff's doing here, where you have comments from EA in 2019 going, hey, don't expect this game before fiscal year 2023. It's like, well, they said it themselves, and now we're hearing as much that the release window is locked for 2023. So I think that's great news. As much as I want to get my hands on it, and as much as this impacts, sadly, Mass Effect fans who are going to be hungry, just like Dragon Age fans, this is sort of the price we pay when you get a talented developer that falls into a lot of IP that they do really well with. I think Dragon Age, they've stumbled more than Mass Effect, where Mass Effect, I think, has 3 very well-received games and then 1 not-so-well-received game. Where after Origins, Dragon Age is very hit or miss across its fan base. Some people love 2. I have a new appreciation for 2, but it's still a very flawed game. Same thing can apply for Inquisition. I have an appreciation for it in a new way, but it's still very flawed. So, I mean, I can't imagine what Mass Effect fans are feeling. And for me, as someone who, I go back and forth, it's the same thing with Elder Scrolls and Fallout. It's like, I think I'm more of a Fallout guy, but then at the same time, Elder Scrolls at times speaks to me more. It's more relaxing. Same thing with Dragon Age. Like, if I'm in that Dragon Age mood, that shit is hitting right. But then sometimes Mass Effect, I think, would take over that love. But we could go on all day about that. It's going to be a long wait for both of them, so I hope everyone's cozy. And I think that works out. 2022 is looking like a bang in the air. The COVID delays have pushed a lot of games that maybe would have came out this year into 2022. So we're going to be very busy. There's going to be so much to play. I absolutely expect there's going to be fantastic RPGs. I just talked about Bethesda Game Studios. We got Starfield on that radar. That's that's a must play for me. Like, I'm absolutely going to put my hands on that. So there's already stuff that I have my eyes on. At the beginning of the year, we have Elden Ring. There's tons of great stuff coming our way already that we know about, without even considering the unannounced stuff. So I'm not too beat up over Dragon Age being a long wait. Very much embracing it, in fact. And those are just my thoughts on the Dragon Age 4. I don't want to call it delay, but of course, the window of release, which is maybe a little later than some had expected. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Are you all right with Dragon Age 4 dropping in 2023? And when in 2023 do you expect it to happen? Early, late? Let me know. And with that, I leave it in your hands. So take good care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Of course, we'll have content throughout the weekend, so you'll hear from me, but it'll all be scheduled. And until then, we'll talk soon. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below. And a big thank you to all the patrons, all the members who continue to support the hell out of the content here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.